In this video, we are going to talk about the knitwear. As you know, this is a huge part due to the fact it's also a huge part of your business. Let's first talk about the Damesville. As you know, this is one of the most volume driver in every season. We decided to carry over two models for sure, the 225 and also the basic raglan sleeve. We introduce you new items. First, the cardigan, easygoing, available in around 6 colors. Then we have a new raglan sleeve, but this time more on a bold volume. Or the last option on Manon with the hoodie styles, work with the kangaroo pocket in this fleece idea. On the dam, we have around 8,000 quantities available to the warehouse. To continue, we have the raz that you already know with a mix with wool and alpaca. Specificities is to be worked inside. We carry over for sure the buff pullover, both color, and also the mid-length button cardigan. We will continue with a very important theme, is the Kai, around over 13,000 quantities to the warehouse. I remind you, this is a specificity, is to be a mix with mercerized wool with alpaca, but brushed. The idea is to work with fabric more into a top styles. We decide to carry over the big oversized V-neck. Then we introduce you also recently the basic V-neck, also available on the both color, really easygoing. And for sure, we carry over the buff cardigan buttoned on the bold and fitted option. In terms of novelties, first of all, we have this, I would say, classical denser inspiration with the rib. So due to the fact also there is rib, the fabric is more thicker and more stronger. Also we have the fleece inspiration with this high neck, work also in very thin rib with more fabric. And on Manon we have the V-neck basic dresses. Let's continue with the tiwi. The tiwi, as you know, is a mix with wool and alpaca. We already introduced you during the summer the novelties with this basic boat color pullover, and the truck color is also coming during this new season, quite a little bit oversized. We continue with something you already know, is the yarn. The yarn is a fabric with really close to the tiwi. Indeed, same alpaca wool. I would say the difference will be more into the work of the fabric. Here we are on a jersey. Here we are more into a cardigan stitch, basic round neck or big V-neck option. We will continue also with the very important volume drivers. For me, the perfect product in terms of price and quality is the East work with a mix of wool and alpaca, Italian yarn. Basically, we decide to carry over all the model, the oversized, the basic round neck, the open cardigan work in rib, even the V-neck or the button cropped cardigan. We continue in terms of volume driver with the Boo, very iconic, emblematic pieces. Since season strategy is to develop more colors. we are going to push more about the anthracite because at least we have around 2,000 quantities on both model in the warehouse. So we have for sure the open cardigan and the pullover. Now let's talk about a new story, is the Pinot. The Pinot is quite, in terms of quality, close to the Zabi, very premium, work with the Mohair kit, Italian yarn. We have two stories. A story about new basics here, with a very round neck, basic kind of dame 225 available only in chocolat in this color. And then we have two cardigans. The idea of, I would say, like painter inspiration about jacket here on Elsa in blue color, quite mid-length, or a very basic and V-neck button cardigan on Sol. For the second story of the Pinot, we are going to play more in a fancy story. I introduced you during the introduction about the fact that we develop more about jacquard. The idea is to be more playful, more full wintry. So, we have the option on Sol with the bold volume sweater style with the specificities of long sleeve and very balloon styles. Then we have the option of more masculine styles on Manon, worked with a blue atmosphere color, available only in one size. And on Vero, this is the idea of trendy cut, works more like a fleece inspiration with the details on the shoulders, for example. Now we talk about more about this really trendy inspiration of this season, about the total look in knitwear. The idea is between the different quality of the knitwear and the size, we will introduce you different kind of 100% knitwear women. The first theme is the teads. Mix of wool, work on the Italian fiber with a high stock to the warehouse, around 7,500 quantities, to the warehouse. So, we have different options in this quality. In Michael Azoulay Minds, the idea been to layer everything all together. So in Mika Minds was to play this and that, and over that also the cardigan who's coming. But by the way, in this idea, you are more into the fitness, yoga idea. So you have the fuseau, very fitted here, with the both very fitted long sleeve sweaters, or you have the option of the turtleneck. Additional to that, you have also a cardigan more loose and rounded to put layering on that. We continue with a theme you already know is the tad. The tad is very unique, very particular in terms of hands. It's 100% merino wool, Italian fiber. But the fabric have been bold. So that's why you have this, I would say, dry effect. It's something who doesn't like the contact with the water. So please pay attention to the care label. We carry over both models here. Also, we carry over the sweaters and the jogging, and we introduce new colors. And we decide to add two new, more masculine retro inspiration with the mid-skirt over there, or the more grandfather cardigan here. We continue in the more feminine at least quite romantic silhouettes in full 100 knitwear. So it's coming from the Nox. The Nox is a mix of wool and alpaca worked in rib. So we have two options. We said either you can combine the pullover with the leggings. Actually, this V-neck bull pullover is one of the best sellers of last season, but you're lucky because we have at least 250 quantities available in pink color to the warehouse. Either you can play the sweater with the panties for a more homeware, cozy at-home styles. We continue with the quality you already know is a premium quality, is a Zabi. The Zabi is a mix of mohair super kit and wool. This is something like in terms of, I would say quality is one of the more stronger in our collection. As you know, the mohair is one of the natural animal fiber who gonna be stay the same season after season. You already have in your shop the oversized t-shirt styles, and we have 3 new ideas. Again, this idea of fleece styles, big sweaters with a high collar. You have the basics on the basic pullover on the sole. Both models, as you can see, have the impression to be stripes. Actually, it's just a game with the knitwear that we're gonna turn to bring this visual really mark. And then on Vero, we have this long cardigan, more pyjama or home cozy styles that you can play also like a knitwear coat for the intermediary season. We will continue with a team you already know, is the Taj. We have 3 models. We have on Elsa the Taj 18 with kind of your sweater inspiration. Okay, with the raglan, easygoing, not too long, not too crop. And we also will have the 2 other options in pullover, and the one also with the tuck neck. Note that the Taj is really foamy feel, is really fluffy hands, because it's due to the fact that it's brushed inside. Then we have another trend. At the beginning, I was talking more about Spice Girl. Now, maybe we can talk about Christina Aguilera with these flared pants. The idea is really to bring something a little bit cool, I would say 90s styles, beginning of the 20s, is work with a synthetic fabric. That's why you have really this metallic effect on the colors. We continue with this very textured fabric. With the team, we have also a lot in warehouse, around 4,600 quantities, is the Ozo. The Ozo is a mix with different fiber, merinos, alpaca, and cotton. The specificity is to be really warm. In terms of hands, it's really close to the Kai, but smoother and thicker. We have different models. Here, the carrot joggings, combining with this idea of cardigan, quite a very 50 shirts inspiration with the collar here. Or you have the option on more masculine styles on cami with the sweaters here with the kangaroo pocket. And on sole, you have the basic, a little bit high collar, long sleeve sweaters plus the bull and oversized cardigan. We continue in the full and red silhouette of knitwear with something more retro. You will see the Homo around 4,000 quantities in a warehouse is really your authentic 70 size. We have a huge stock, especially on the blonde, on this kind of light yellow. So you have, again, you see this idea of high color sweater, masculine styles, combining here with the knitwear shorts. On Vero, we suggest you the jogging option with the top cropped or the cardigan. Often people say, Audrey, I don't understand how I can combine my knitwear short during the winter. First, for sure, is corresponding more about something in terms of image. So the idea is really to keep in mind that something is devoted to kind of customer. But it's something also you can play at the beginning of the season. For example, during your holidays around the beach, you have your knitwear short with like a big overshirt with a print, for example. It can be something also you can play the evening when you receive people home. You have your homeware, knitwear played with something more silky, for example. We continue with the domi now, with quite the quality of the dam, but with more elastan inside. Here you have the big oversized hoodie and work with the rib, and not also that you have a straight jogging arriving in this color also, and two other colors. We will continue the presentation with a fancy and very feminine fabric with rosy. Here we are on premium quality, mix of mohair kit, merinos, for sure Italian yarn. We suggest you a very basic shape here of sweaters, and again this idea of mid-length cardigan, easygoing, and available only in this color to really emphasize this sensuality and femininity idea. To conclude this part, we are going to talk about the doll, one of the bestsellers also of the last season, mix of mohair super kid and merinos, Italian yarn, very visual. The idea is really to bring like a high catchy model, first by the colors available only in this one, on this very strong red, mixed with melange color. You also have quite a color different, a little bit more falling, not too much high, to bring more femininity to the model.